Go Diggy, go Diggy, go.
Yo.
Go Diggy, go Diggy, go.
Y'all really can't fuck with me on this
Go
sports shit, man. That's one thing I know.
Go Diggy, go Diggy, go. Go Diggy,
I'm about to break this down, man.
Go Diggy, go Diggy, go.
Say I won't.
Go Diggy,
Let's go.
Shots in the club like Plaxico. I'm in the corner, hot like Placidos. And Diggy fucking flow nuts, pistachio, and like Shelvin.
Alright, welcome back, guys. 8/13/2017. I'm a little irritated right now. These fuckers just fucking played about 10-15 fucking minutes of Kanye West. Can't stand that motherfucker.
Hey, it's got a nice ring to it. His theme music, no one match to have. Oh, that power. The owl. How does this shit not come
I quit this show. I quit. How do you guys feel? We'll leave a comment on Instagram about Kanye West. I can't stand that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what if he's lyrically a genius, musically genius. I just can't stand his fucking ass.
Wow.
Ryan, I know what these guys think, but what do you think about fucking Kanye? Oh, and this is our first video.
First live show.
Yeah, so.
Thanks everybody, we appreciate it.
Oh, by the way,
You're not using your microphone. Oh shit.
Yeah. Use your mic. Use your mic.
It's behind the scenes.
What do you think about Kanye?
Behind the scenes.
Gordo over there.
I'll throw it to Gordo. Gordo, what do you think about Kanye?
I think Kanye's great, man. He's a musical genius. You said it. He is. I could listen to Kanye's albums like up until Yeezus, and that I'm not discrediting that album. I just stopped kind of listening to rap at the time. But from his first album, I could listen to him song by song. He's a freaking genius.
Michael Jackson's a fucking genius. Jonathan's a huge Michael Jackson.
I love Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but not everyone likes Michael Jackson.
You don't like Michael Jackson.
No, that's not true. I played Thriller for my son like all the fucking time. Like, I hear that song right now about 10 times a day.
Yeah, but what's your problem with Kanye? Like,
I can't stand him personally.
Okay.
I think
absolutely.
I just can't stand him.
Ask
personally.
me if I like Kanye. Ask me if I like Kanye as a person.
Do you like him?
Fuck no.
I just.
But you like his music.
His music is fucking great. The thing is, I liked his music before he became that big douchey.
Jonathan, what do you got to say? I know you're holding back.
And watch out, Ronaldo.
I like Kanye, I don't know, and you don't. And it's funny to play it around.
Yeah, that's what it is mainly that it gets you mad.
You're
like a little kid going,
yeah.
ah la la la.
I just can't stand. I can't stand him. I can't stand the Kardashians. They're like a fucking virus to this world.
They're a disease.
They're a disease to this world, and they're just making it worse. Like fuck them. Hopefully they see this, cause fuck you, Kanye.
That's fine though. That's fine, really. You could hate all of them.
Are you holding the fucking tripod?
Yeah, because I put it down. What's wrong with that? Look, I'll put it down. What's wrong with that?
Alright, go ahead.
Anyway, that's fine. You can hate Kanye, you can hate the Kardashians. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Kardashians. I haven't heard of them in a while. That's because I keep my...
It's a fucking devil, bro. Like
okay,
anyone that gets close to them, you already saw what happened to Bruce Jenner. You already happened with Lamar Odom.
It turned a guy into
Reggie Bush.
It turned a guy into a girl.
Yeah, dude. Like it's a circus, dude. Now you got Kanye.
Jenner.
And Kanye's spiraling down too. Like
yeah, exactly.
You think he's spiraling down, really?
I don't think so.
So.
Like he's going a little on the nutty side.
Yeah.
Look at the I had tickets to that concert in Anaheim when he canceled right before. I was gonna go watch him in Anaheim.
Did you start?
Canceled.
You didn't invite me?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll say it right now. You give me $500 to go see him, I won't go. 1,000, okay.
Stupid, dude.
500, I wouldn't go.
For 500,
I wouldn't go see him.
I'd probably watch anybody.
It's in the parking lot.
But for 500, I think I'd watch.
My
anybody.
pride comes first.
See, that's what it is. Was that you hate Kanye as a person so much that you discredit his talent, and even though there's something like a song that hits you close, or or actually gets, you'll say no, you won't even listen to it. Like I said, you go back to that kid covering your ears because you don't want to like it. You're scared of liking his music.
Oh no.
Yeah, to say that I like something from Kanye. That's what it is.
Yeah, so you think honestly, if you listen to Kanye and his lyrics, still
he'll never admit it. He'll never admit it.
Gordo is absolutely wrong.
And that's what it is. He doesn't like it because he doesn't want to like it. So right now he doesn't like it because he doesn't listen to Kanye.
But Gordo said he doesn't like Kanye either.
I don't like Kanye.
He hates him.
But me and Gordo are two different people.
See, but
speaking of my pride, You got something better to say about this? Because I'm gonna move on to McGregor and Paulie. We're just arguing this for like the first 2 days about this. We posted a video on Instagram about Connor knocking down Paulie, and I kept going back and forth with him, telling him this is a knockdown. And he kept saying it was a push. This went on for like we're on the phone like for 24 hours texting. We got a group message between us, and we're just going back and forth.
Between the four of us, it's a
between
group
the four of us,
message.
right.
But two of them were asleep.
Yeah,
Right.
I was asleep.
Yeah. I had Jonathan over here texting to shut the fuck up.
No, I won't say what he called us.
Yeah. We had at one point me and Gordo had we were fighting on Facebook on a group message, and we're just texting back and forth fighting. Like it got. I mean, if you guys know us for the last 15 years, we've been doing this shit like constantly every fucking day. Anyways, he was saying that Paulie got pushed. He got pushed down. I kept saying no. Like look at the fucking video, right? John just showed me a video today of McGregor's glove on top of Paulie's head.
It's the same video.
It's
John,
the same
John
video. He just
slowed it
paused it
down.
at the right time.
John just slowed it down.
I just pressed the button.
He just pressed the button. He paused it at the right time, and they were right. It looks like a push, but
You still couldn't determine, right?
It's not 100%. I agree with you, Ronnie.
There's two videos altogether. Two videos like 30 seconds maybe.
It's 20 seconds with both, I believe.
20 seconds with both?
Seconds, yeah.
I mean, those 20 seconds obviously don't tell you the whole story, but you can see that Paulie's obviously not in best shape,
Yeah.
but it looks like he's getting worked.
See, but it goes back to the argument we had with Kanye. Me and you had this argument with Connor and Paulie, and I'm giving Connor credit for the straight left hand that you see, the punches landing in the 20-second video. I'm not discrediting him at all. I actually, first video we saw, I called it a knockdown. I said in boxing rules that would be a knockdown. The next day I saw a clear video, I saw it was a push. But again, I'm not discrediting Connor though. I'm saying this looks a lot better than what I thought. And your argument, you even put it on the text. You said you're trying to give credit to Connor while you're taking it away at the same time. You like just to argue one side, like I hate Kanye and that's it. His music sucks. No, I can hate Kanye and I can like his music. I can say that was a push, but McGregor did good. And you're saying McGregor did work them. By those 20 seconds, you're determining. But by those 20 seconds, you're determining the rest of that session.
There were sparring partners. There was other sparring partners. I forgot Bradley. Bradley was there. He had a report. He said, no, dude, Connor fucked them up the whole fight. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even fucking close. Now, my thing is that boxing fans like yourself, he's a huge fucking boxing fan. Boxing fans like himself, they don't want to see an MMA fighter go into the boxing ring and beat the greatest fucking boxer of our generation. Yeah. They don't want to see that. It discredits the sport. So they don't want to see that. That's what I think Gordo won't admit.
I don't really see that. I would love to see McGregor knock out Mayweather. Like it'd be awesome for that upset. I've said it when the fight came out. I told you, wouldn't it be cool if McGregor knocks out Mayweather and does a strut in the middle of the ring? Like, wouldn't that be awesome? And McGregor becomes the baddest man in the world. Fucking world. I don't care about Mayweather. I love his skill.
Answer this. If McGregor beats Mayweather, he knocks his ass out, does it discredit boxing?
Yes, absolutely. A lot, actually.
And that wouldn't hurt you?
No. Because in that fight,
you are the
MMA
same person that said that, and you said that a boxer has a better chance, and I always remember you said this, a boxer has a better chance in going into the octagon and beating an MMA fighter.
I don't believe that. If I did say that, then I'll take it back because I don't believe it now. If I said it. And if I said that, it was probably to piss you off.
Is it intentional?
Yeah.
See,
I truly don't believe that.
The part that I think that's going to be difficult, if Maidana couldn't hit Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, all the other guys he's fought, Manny Pacquiao, even though it was a boring fight, he still couldn't hit him. And he's probably the most similar to Conor McGregor in that he's lefty, he throws unorthodox punches, and he still couldn't touch Floyd Mayweather. And, obviously, Manny Pacquiao is a lot better as a boxer than Conor McGregor is.
You're absolutely correct. But like I say all the time, Mayweather's not facing a boxer.
No,
and Gordo always says this. Why didn't McGregor get a boxing coach? You know, teach him how to box. That's the worst idea you could think of. Why? Because in 3 months, 2 months, 3 months.
It's like 2 months.
Like 2 months, you're not gonna train him to be a. You're not gonna train him to beat fucking
A world-class
a world-class boxer. I actually believe because of the video, and you guys always tell me about this. Because of the video, I think he has a better chance. Why? There's a split second moment. You saw that jab that we were just talking about.
That's I would call it like a straight left hand. Like it was.
Okay, straight left. And one thing you said last week, you said that McGregor is slow. You said it for a boxer.
That was a sneaky
for a
punch.
boxer.
That was a good punch.
That just proved that he can be quick, he can be fast, and he can have power behind that hand. Do you believe, Gordo, that Mayweather, as a boxer, has more power than McGregor?
Yeah, I think Mayweather's gonna be the one with the bigger punch than that.
That's silly.
You know,
You could say that.
Gordo, I'm a Mayweather fan also, and I'll say it on camera. But Conor McGregor, I feel, has more. He has more power.
More thump.
Yeah, he has more of that thrust. I think he might. Because who's the last one? Mayweather hasn't knocked anybody out since what? Victor Ortiz.
Yeah, it was
And
like
even then was a
20
cheap
years ago.
shot.
That was
Yeah.
a controversial knockdown.
Yeah.
And it took, like John said before, it took him 2 of those to knock him
Yeah.
out.
2 cheap
Yeah.
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that referee was. He was the same referee in the sparring match.
Yeah, that's Joe Cortez.
Oh, that's Joe.
Yeah, it's the same guy that looked all lost when he was doing the.
Right.
No,
Right.
what it showed me with that straight left hand, and he actually gets him with 2. He hits him with that big one where it knocks Paulie's head like way back. You can see the sweat from his head go flying back, and when he tries to reposition himself, McGregor's right there with another one. Hits him not as hard, but hits him with another one.
Gordo, I have a question for you. Did you think that when they were sparring, Paul Malignaggi was trying to mimic Floyd Mayweather? Because in the video, it kind of looks like
Yeah, you saw a shoulder roll.
The shoulder.
that shoulder roll. It kind of looked like he was trying to mimic him, and by doing that, obviously he was slow, so that's why McGregor was able to get that left punch straight to the face, and that's where he said,
That could be. I thought that too because
Yeah.
he is going in with the lead
Right.
shoulder.
yeah,
But like I said, what it tells me about McGregor in that video is that he's doing something that's throwing Paulie off. You know, that's
movement,
keeping
yeah.
him guessing maybe.
His movement.
Because maybe he was expecting that pipe was. I mean that punch was straight down the pipe, straight down, and it wasn't that fast. It was quick and sneaky, but it wasn't that fast, and
It's
it got
the
him.
movement.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe it has him guessing like, what the hell is he doing now? Like so
hashtag
maybe.
quick and sneaky. That was good though. I think you pinpointed it.
So maybe that goes. I
That's
credit
why
McGregor on that too.
His training methods
work.
work.
Gotcha.
This?
Gotcha.
Yes.
Did you guys see that video when he's doing this? What the hell is that,
Dude,
I seen videos where it's that what's it called? It's a dance move, a rap dance move. The movie Bernie. It's called the Bernie.
Oh,
And they-
yeah. My friend Rudy, shout out to Rudy. He
That's
did
what I
that in
like.
my wedding. Not this Rudy, but another Rudy.
Yeah.
He did that when you're walking down the aisle. He did it, dude.
And that's what it looked like.
It was
His
funny.
hands were just.
Yeah.
I got a good question for John. This is a good question for him. Jonathan, do you believe that Conor McGregor is a fighting genius?
Oh.
As far as movements, skill-wise, adjustments, is he smart enough to go into the ring and bring something new to Mayweather to catch him totally off guard?
I honestly don't know what a fighting genius would be.
Yeah.
The thing about boxing and MMA is you don't have to know the sport or the sweet science or whatever. It's more about knowing yourself. You have to be good at what you do.
And Conor knows himself.
Yes, and Conor does know himself very well. And he's even said so that some of the stuff he does is different and crazy, and people tell him he looks like an idiot or whatever. And then in MMA, this is before he started talking about boxing. In MMA, when he trained, people would be like, "This guy's an idiot. He looks like a goof," and then it worked. Then he won, and then people would study him and do what he does. So the thing about fighting isn't that there's not one way to win. You got to know yourself. You got to know your body. You got to do what works for you and win. And he knows how to do that.
So if you were McGregor, would you get a boxing coach? With 2 months of training.
When you're gonna fight.
When
In
you're
a
gonna
boxing
fight. Right.
In a boxing match.
Yeah, but you gotta pick the right one that won't just
Take
One-
away
yeah.
your other skills.
one that won't say, all right, let's start from the ground up.
Yeah,
One
I
that
agree with
sees
that
what
too.
you have,
Your strengths.
likes what you have, and works on stuff to
Yeah.
make
See,
you better.
I agree with that too. I'm not saying take everything away from him, but see your strengths. Okay, we're gonna keep that, but let's take this shit out.
Gordo asked me a question yesterday. He said, "Do you actually believe that Connor's gonna win this fight?" Even though it sounds like I think Connor's gonna win this fight, I don't. What pisses me off is that people like Gordo say he has no chance. That is not the case. Floyd just came out saying, on this fight, I'm always on the defense, but on this fight, I'm going to be on the offensive. Boom, you're going to open yourself up to it.
You're buying into
You're
the,
opening
you're
yourself.
buying into the promotion already. He says that in every fight. The Robert Garcia fight, I remember they were going face to face and they kept on saying, "You gonna go toe to toe?" "Yeah, I'm gonna go toe to toe. I'm gonna show you what toe to toe looks like." He didn't fucking go toe to toe. Like you're
So
buying into
he's
the-
not going to go after... You
No,
said it.
He's gonna fight like Mayweather.
Okay, let's say he did go on the offensive. Would
That's-
Connor be able to knock his ass out?
Yeah, that's an assumption, and you can say.
No, let's
Conor
say he
can knock
does.
him
Answer
out.
that question. Answer that
Connor
question.
can knock him out if he slips
Is
or
it?
if he
Is
comes
it?
in
No,
with
no,
the
no,
flu
no,
or if he
no, no.
comes.
Answer the question, Gordo. If Mayweather goes on the offensive on this fight, is he in trouble?
Not in
Answer
trouble,
that
but
question.
yeah, but Connor can have a better chance at it, but not in trouble. Like Connor can actually catch him, going back on the defensive.
You
Things
said
could
that he's not
happen.
going to touch him.
Things could happen.
After
I still
watching the
don't think-
video, is
Okay.
he gonna touch him up a few times?
I don't think so.
No.
Is he gonna
Punches
have
per round.
one big moment?
Average punches per round.
Oh,
Landed.
He landed.
1.5.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know because
No, because
how-
these are
how-
punches. These are punches.
No, yeah.
Because he's unorthodox,
Punch him.
you know.
Yeah.
He's not like Rudy said. He mentioned it perfectly earlier. He's not a boxer, so everything he's gonna throw at Floyd, he
Right.
may or may not have seen. But at the end of the day, it's still a boxing fight. So Conor McGregor can't do the things that he does in the MMA, octagon that he's gonna do in the ring. So it's gonna be tough, but man,
He's not gonna outstrike Mayweather.
No.
You know, there.
Mayweather's a defensive
Do you think
genius.
McGregor's gonna have at least, even if Mayweather comes in doing his, elusive shit, and
Right.
same Mayweather UFC.
Yeah.
Do we see Mayweather's head getting popped back at least a couple? It's gonna
Yes.
happen. It will.
Yes.
We'll see a nice punch.
And I think there's a good chance that Connor will knock his ass out. I wouldn't.
Joey's better.
I wouldn't say that he's a favorite. Obviously, not the favorite. I don't think he's gonna win, but I don't think he's gonna get knocked out like a lot of people think.
I feel he gets stopped.
And
I don't know,
actually,
knocked out
let's
cold.
speak about that. Gordo texted me. And you guys don't know about this. He texted me. Was it last night or
It was a Friday night.
Friday night?
Joey
What
was
did
He's
he
like,
text
I
you?
think Joey's still mad at us.
He texted me at 2 in the morning.
Okay, Gordo, what do you text you already at 2 in the morning?
We're all amped up like we always do. Me and Gordo
We're always
get amped
texting
up.
at 2 in the morning.
Yeah. And
You up?
he's like,
Hey,
all
Rudy,
right,
you up?"
Rudy, if you're so sure, he said, Rudy, if you're so sure that Mayweather won't knock out Conor, put something on it.
Oh, nice. What was this about?
So, the bet is that Mayweather's gonna knock out Conor, right?
Yeah, TKO stop.
TKO. And to me, it's just Mayweather winning.
Mhm. Yeah, if Mayweather wins,
If Mayweather
by
wins.
decision, you win.
Okay, so you guys know how important my beard is to me, right?
Uh-oh, yes.
I'm gonna take it off. If Mayweather knocks out,
So
okay?
by TKO, that beard is, guys, you're gonna look like Gordo.
Sort of.
Well,
we
without
made
the
we made
beard.
a deal. I'm gonna take everything off, but just leave a little goatee.
No, I didn't
I
agree
think
to
it
that.
No,
needs
yes,
to-
you did. I
No,
got
I
a text.
didn't.
I got a
I didn't
text.
agree to that. I said
I'll
all
show
of it.
you guys on
I
text.
said all of it. No,
I'll
I
put it
said
on
all
the
of it.
video.
No, I never
I'll put it
agreed
on the
to it.
video.
You sent it twice. I told you it has to be the whole thing.
I'll put it on the video.
No.
I'll put it on the video.
All right.
Anyways,
That's a good bet.
and the other bet, if I win
Okay.
and
Say the
McGregor wins,
first one you came up with because that was fun.
Who is it? Oh, I told him to get a tan, an orange tan. You ever seen those?
I would do it, but it's not gonna do nothing.
Come to Orange County, there'll be a bunch of people to.
But it's not gonna do
Find
nothing to
some
me.
good
It's
spots.
just gonna make me look a little more toasty.
So the bet is that
Already
he's gonna go blonde. He's gonna dye his hair blonde.
So that's the bet, or is
That's
that the potential?
I don't know if
No, that-
I've agreed to that yet.
No, you agree. I got it on text.
I haven't agreed,
I
but
will
it's a
put
good
it-
bet.
I put
I
it
said-
on the video.
No, I
got
put
it
the
on text.
emoji. I put the thinking emoji because it is a good bet.
But maybe go blonde only if the full beard.
Yeah, that's it. Has to be the
You know,
full
because
beard.
the gold tees, like
it has to be the full beard. I agree with that.
It's just-
Because
that
I'm
could-
going blonde, dude.
that makes the stakes that
my
much higher.
dark ass is going blonde.
Is this my
I'm
baby?
gonna look like Dennis Rodman, dude. I'm
It's
gonna
not
look
gonna
like,
happen
Do
anymore.
the eyebrows too.
All right, Gordo. I think we talked enough about this Conor McGregor Paulie thing. We're gonna go ahead and move on to everyone's favorite part of the show, including ours, Ronnie's Roundup.
Let's do it. All right, guys.
wait. Costume check.
Let's do it.
That's true. You can cut that off.
All right, it's time for the roundup.
Pew, pew, pew.
Go ahead, Ron.
All right, guys. So as you know, every week I give you
Joey,
guys
where's
a set
your
of
head,
questions.
Jonathan won't worry about it.
John's the end. All right. So as you guys know, and our listeners, I give you guys a set of questions or a fun list to choose from. It could be entertainment, sports. It doesn't matter.
Housing.
Housing. All right. So out of the below list, which person did Mark Sanchez not date?
Okay.
Okay. Kate Upton, Eva Longoria, or Jamie Lynn Sigler? No, she's from Entourage and The Sopranos, like the daughter.
Oh, she's pretty hot.
So that list is already.
I think.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got this week was gonna be different. We gotta write this shit down.
We're gonna write it down on a white chalkboard. So, Kate Upton, Eva Longoria, or Jamie Lynn Sigler? Which did Mark Sanchez not date? Fucking Mark Sanchez, man, if you think about it.
What was the second one?
It's Kate Upton, Eva Longoria, or Jamie Lynn Sigler.
Alright, you guys ready? Alright. I got Mrs.
3
Show
Kate
the camera.
Upton.
3 Kate Upton.
Guys, this son of a bitch dated all of them.
Oh, that's a trick question.
Yeah,
All
or
of
D.
Yeah.
There is no D.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah.
That
That was
was wrong.
We
that
were
was a
set.
trick question.
We were set up for failure.
You dated Kate Upton?
Yeah, I believe it said 2011, so maybe before she became Kate Upton.
No, she's been Kate Upton since she was 18. No, like since she was 18. Like she was famous at 18. If it was before that, then that's the.
Gotcha. Okay, in your opinion, which play will be harder to forget? The Tony Romo botched punt in the playoffs?
Field goal. Hold.
Yeah.
Oh, the botched field goal.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Or the Mark Sanchez butt fumble.
That's
Harder to
Is it-
forget.
Is this a trick question too?
No, it's just your own opinion. There's no right or wrong
I
in
got
this
it.
one.
I got it.
Harder to forget? Ooh.
Yeah, which one was harder to forget?
Oh, that's good.
Just a quick backstory. I remember my friend Gabriel. He's like, there's no way Tony Romo's going to miss the field goal. Because I have a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans, friends.
He said it right before the
Yeah, he said it right before the kick.
Oh,
He's like,
shit.
there's no way Tony Romo's going to miss this. Fucking botched it, dude.
No,
Well, like, how does that come up? Like, who talked about the guy who's gonna
Yeah,
hold the ball?
who's gonna hold the ball? Yeah.
no,
he
he
hates
said,
the
he said
Cowboys.
no. He's saying like I think the kicker was gonna miss. Who was the fucking kicker? At the,
No, but Tony Romo,
He
he
was a
watched
place.
it, remember?
He was a
Oh, okay,
placeholder.
okay.
He had the play. He
so
was a
he actually
placeholder.
said that.
Yeah, he said it before because he's a
So
Green Bay
he's
Packers
the one
fan.
to fucking blame.
Yeah, every Cowboy fan that we were there in that game watching it, they fucking looked at him for the rest of the day. Like, you fucking
get the
asshole.
fuck outta
Yeah,
here.
get out of here. All right, so
All
what do you guys think?
I got Tony
I
Homo.
would say butt fumble.
So Gordo says butt fumble.
Just because it's fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious,
And
but
Rudy
He
and John
runs
got
straight
Tony
into the
Romo.
guy, dude.
but I don't think anyone that is not from this area is gonna remember that. New
That's not
Jersey.
true.
They
I
bring
think
it up
Tony
all
Romo's
the
a
time.
cowboy.
No, but
They bring it up all the time, like in a funny sense. It's,
Yeah.
I get it. That was an actual play that determined
a
the
playoff.
outcome of
playoff,
a game.
But the Mark Sanchez buffalo, that was funny.
Because have you seen that that This Is Sports Center commercial where they have a board up top and all the things that haven't happened, like and it says like 300 and something days since the last butt fumble. That's one of the things. On this.
Yeah, no, it's always
That's
gonna be brought
hilarious.
up. It's always gonna be brought up.
All right, let's
Go
move
ahead.
on. Which out of the below celebrities is not a Raiders fan? Not a Raiders fan. Ken Jeong, which is Mr. Chow in The Hangover. Jessica Alba, or Russell Westbrook. Not a Raiders fan.
Got me on the last two.
So is Ken Jong, do you like definitely a Raider fan?
All right, while we're waiting, let's see. Gordo says Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
Rudy says
Russell Westbrook.
Okay, John, what do you got? You gonna make
John-
it unanimous,
John
or you gonna?
The second one.
The second one was Jessica Alba,
Yeah.
but it was Russell Westbrook.
Dude, she's from Pomona. Why would she be a Raider fan?
I know that guy is a Raider fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen pictures.
The question is a Raider fan?
He is.
No, it was said it was not a Raiders.
Whoever's not a Raider fan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, in a game of darts, what is the highest possible score you can get using 3 darts? Just one game, you have 3 darts with you, just boom, boom, boom. What's the highest score you can get?
I don't think I'm a copy choice.
Okay, John says 180, Rudy says 150. Gordo, what do you got?
The Riddler? The fucking Riddler?
Okay, so John's actually correct, 180.
John was really confident on that,
Yeah,
but
sure.
I saw his answer, so I didn't want to copy it.
You hit
Wait, how do you get 180?
You hit triple 20 3 times.
John's smart, dude, because I was with you, I'm like, oh, you just get 3 bullseyes.
Right.
No, triple 20s.
Gotcha.
So I'm on your side on that
He
one.
plays blood darts. So he's an expert on it. Go ahead.
Alright, let's move on from the butt darts. So, do you guys know?
Bullseye.
180.
Sorry, Joe.
Oh wow!
Alright, let's go.
Alright. Go ahead,
We're
Ron.
gonna listen to Joey soon.
Good. What you got, Ron?
Do you guys know how many players there are on an ice hockey team? There's either 8, 5, or 6.
No, plane?
On the
Players.
ice?
Yeah.
On
players,
ice?
Yeah. So just picture the flying V, maybe.
See, that's the thing. Here in Southern California, we're not really
Yeah.
into hockey. But what's the option?
8, 5, or 6.
8, 5, or 6. Thank you, Gordon. I'm still thinking of
I'm gonna say
bullseye.
with a goalie, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got it. 6.
Nice.
All right. Okay, I want to throw some wrestling in there. All our wrestling fans.
What you got, brother?
All right, how much money does the average WWE wrestler on the main roster make per year? On average?
Right now?
Right now. $1 million,
Okay.
300,000, or 500,000.
Wow.
So they're all getting paid pretty well.
That's
And I
what
think the
make
key
him
word to help you guys out is on the main roster, because it doesn't say, you know. So when I looked it up, I wanted to kind of give you guys
I'm gonna stick with
the
it.
most information.
I kind of want to switch mine.
3.
I went with 3, but
Gordo and Rudy both say 300, and John is correct with 500,000.
yeah, I wanted to switch it to 5 after the main roster.
Yeah.
But John's the
That's a lot of
WWE
money,
fan
dude.
here.
Yeah, these guys are getting paid pretty well. I mean, half a million.
Imagine how much Brock Lesnar and fucking John Cena make. God damn.
Yeah.
Cena makes a shitload of money.
Yeah.
Does he?
Special
Yes.
merchandise and shit.
Most of their money does come from merchandise. Yeah.
Oh shit.
The more shirts you sell, the more.
What shirt you got on, Joe?
That's crazy
Stone
too.
Cold.
Stone Cold's 3. Did you ever own that when you were younger?
No, I remember Stone Cold when all that was going on. You know, you get the 2 beers and everything, but
I think John
No,
ordered
that-
Stone Cold for like Halloween.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
How old are you?
Yeah, he was like 7.
Like,
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Had little beers in your
so that kind of throws into my
Trick
next
or
question.
treat.
two juice boxes.
What?
So that throws me to my next question, guys. Since we're on the wrestling topic, any favorite
Cold.
wrestlers growing up?
Favorite wrestlers growing up?
Yeah.
All right, I'll start because I think everyone already knows John.
Yeah, I'm wearing the shirt.
Well, I'm gonna go before Austin because I was a big Austin fan. I'm gonna go before. I'm gonna say Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior. I thought that guy was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior.
Mine was the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret Hart, the excellence of execution.
Good choice.
That's a badass name.
The sharpshooter.
How about you,
Mine,
Ron?
mine was Bret Hart.
I was
before.
gonna bring it back to me on this subject, just because back then, before WWE was the WWF, and
Yeah.
that's kind of when I was watching wrestling,
Yeah.
and it was Bret Hart, man. Okay, so now that we're back, what do you think, John? We'll swing it back to you. Now you got the Austin 316 shirt. Is that?
Yeah, this is pure coincidence. I did not know this question was coming. I just decided to wear my Stone Cold shirt. This is my favorite shirt, by the way.
Where do you find that? WWE or
Amazon.
Amazon?
But it's like from the it's like a legit shirt.
It's a dope ass shirt.
All right, we're back, guys. Another hot topic. Have you guys been paying attention to this whole Zeke thing getting suspended for 6 games?
Crazy.
Is it too much? Is it too many games? Ron?
It's tough because it's all alleged at this point. So it's tough to point the finger at him and say, you do deserve 6 games for something that
Right.
local authorities
You
did
might
not.
have-
But
Yeah.
that's not the rule in the NFL. I was reading on it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was getting to next. The NFL is an employer.
Right.
So just because the local authorities didn't find anything,
You were in that situation.
you were in
put
that
yourself-
situation, you put yourself in that predicament. And it's not like this is the only thing. If this was the only thing that he did or did not do, because it's all alleged, he wasn't found guilty of it, then maybe it's just tough because, again, the employer, the NFL, is the biggest sport in the country. They make the most money, they get the most views, the TV ratings are out of control. Every top list, when I'm looking for just different roundup questions, the NFL is really, they're always number one. So with Zeke, and I was thinking about this the other day, Zeke also got a year buffer. They told him, we're investigating you, and it took 1.5 years to finally say, we didn't find anything. So they gave him 1 year to investigate, and then now they brought down the hammer. They kind of had to. Tom Brady got 4 for the Deflategate. Like we were watching that video with Michael Rappaport the other day. Martavis Bryant got 1 year for smoking weed.
For weed, dude.
Yeah, and then they had to set a precedent. And then now Roger Goodell's went after the 2 big dogs, Robert Kraft from the Patriots and Jerry Jones.
It sort of
from the
feels
Cowboys.
though that Roger Goodell gave Jerry Jones opportunity to suspend this player.
And that's what I mean. They gave him 1 year
Right.
to finally say, hey, Dallas, are you guys going to do anything? Or do we have to finally step in and say, okay, we're going to suspend him for 6 games?
And Dallas had dropped Lucky Whitehead. They released him.
And that was that poor guy, dude.
Yeah, for
You know,
something he didn't.
And that was
do.
an accusation, and he got released.
And he never got picked
And he
back
never-
up. No apologies.
I think he might have. I think the Jets signed him.
Yeah, but not by the Cowboys.
But no, yeah, it's like, do you want to play for the Jets or do you want to play for the Cowboys?
So
Present day, Jets are going to be the worst team in the NFL this coming up season.
I think this all lies on Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones should have stepped in and said, all right. Dude, honestly, I think if he would have given him 2 games, the NFL would have left it alone. But he didn't.
No, he wasn't
Because
going
it's
to.
Zeke. Because it's
Yeah.
Zeke Elliott. You drop Lucky Whitehead, you don't really need him. He wasn't convicted of anything. Released him, didn't even pick him back up. Didn't say, I apologize, nothing. But Zeke, this isn't the first. It seems like every
Incident.
month there's something
Yeah,
new.
He's like the new Johnny Manziel. of
He
the
pulled that
NFL.
girl's top off.
And he was caught on video with that, so that's not alleged. That was actually in a Dallas rooftop. He was caught on camera doing that.
And if she wasn't
Do you have a
such,
link?
if she wasn't such a
I'm sure you
fucking
could Google
trashy,
it.
On it.
fucking, you know what? She could have sued his ass,
Yeah.
and she would have made out with a lot of money, and he would have been in a lot worse trouble.
Yeah,
So he got lucky there.
yeah.
Then he goes to a dispensary and fucking records it. What did he put on Instagram or something?
No, actually, with that, I read it last week where Jerry Jones. I think I brought it up in one of the other podcasts where it was before Zeke had even played his first preseason game. He was caught.
He was a cowboy.
Yeah, he was already a Dallas Cowboy though. He was seen. I don't want to say caught. He was seen at a dispensary. Not they don't see that he bought anything. They didn't see he purchased anything, whatnot. But he's seen at a dispensary. Nowadays everyone can just get their camera from the phone and video.
But why
just
do you
like
put
anyone.
yourself in that fucking situation?
I see
Dude.
movies.
If you tell me I'm gonna give you $1.3 million a year, just stay out of trouble, God, I'll stay home the whole fucking year.
Yeah, but these guys, like look, Josh Gordon in Cleveland. They gave him multiple chances.
Gordo's
It's
looking at the
censored,
girl's
but
tits.
it's funny. She's having the time of her life.
No, I fucking get that.
Oh,
But I'm
there
saying,
is something on. Yeah, I
but
figured
I'm
you
saying,
could Google it.
if she was another chick, like that chick that just fucking, she's suing Usher for the.
Oh yeah,
You
Precious?
see it? Yeah. Dude, do you really
Yeah.
think he did that shit? Nah, man,
Nah,
she's
I
a
don't
little
think
too
so.
big. He could get any fucking girl he wants. Like she's just looking.
that's
at
what
him.
he's into.
Anyways, what I'm saying is,
Man, it's bigger.
what I'm saying is that if she was any other chick, she could have sued him. He would have been in deep shit right now.
Yeah.
But since she wasn't, everyone just fucking swept it under the rug.
And I think that goes back to what I was saying earlier with
right
the
here, it looks
investigation.
like she's flashing. Like both hands,
No.
hands on both of them.
You're right, but look at the video. He pulls it down.
Yeah, I haven't seen the video.
Yeah,
Right here,
see-
she's literally like this.
But he
with
keeps
both.
putting himself in that situation.
Yeah, he puts
We're
himself-
not saying not to live. Like, don't just go home, lock the door, and stay in the basement and play, Xbox all day.
But don't do stupid
But
shit.
don't put yourself
Don't
look
put
at
yourself in that
Yeah,
situation.
Don't
Have
beat up the
fun, but-
fucking DJ.
yeah.
Well,
There was
have-
there was an incident at the bar a couple weeks ago, and in my opinion, I know he probably did something where there was some sort of altercation, whether he punched the guy, pushed him, shoved him, said, "Hey, don't take pictures of me," whatever the case may be. But there was another
Show go to
incident.
that picture.
I'm watching.
And we can't show that picture, but he's clearly
Yeah.
pulling down the shirt. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, the evidence is there. And it's just crazy that the NFL can find out things that the local authorities can't. Like, man, put the NFL investigators on, like, some crimes,
Is it
Roger Goodell in the OJ case.
Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. Put the NFL on something, like some high risk.
Sorry, it sounds like it's fucking raining. Hello, sprinklers. Is that California? Nah, it's raining.
It's not raining.
Sprinklers. Fucking rain.
It's not raining already.
Look outside.
Is it raining?
No,
I
it's
just
not
washed my
fucking.
car.
It's 100 degrees.
It's not raining.
That means fucking sprinklers.
Anyway, ready? We'll get to your.
Alright.
We'll get to your situation. Maybe it's the
It's a
lawnmower.
leaky
It's
pipe.
the guy again.
Rudy.
Weird as fuck. Alright, what the fuck was
We're
that?
talking about Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
And but it is. What do you think? Like, it is a little harsh, though, don't you think? 6 games is pretty. Like,
But just like the Ray Rice situation, they had to bring down the hammer.
yeah, but
You
Ray
know?
Rice, freaking. We
Who's
saw
on camera?
We saw video, and
Beating the
and
shit
even
out of
before that, it wasn't that bad. Before there was video, like.
Yeah, once the
Yeah.
video came
Once the
out,
video
it was
came
like,
out,
dude,
terrible.
you...
But he was allegedly beat up his girl,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that bad. It wasn't 6 games. Then the video came out, and it's like,
And
okay,
then it's
that's
like,
terrible.
just
But
retire.
this, I mean, I think it's a little harsh.
I
6
think
games
it's
is a little
rough.
harsh.
6 games is a little too much. They should suspend him because he doesn't get the fucking point.
Yeah. Suspend him 4 games, appeal, and then he'll be suspended 2.
Right.
So it's gonna be the 4. It's gonna be the 6.
Go to 3.
Appeal, and then 3 or 4.
I feel like it's gonna be 3.
And then I think within that first 6 weeks, they have the Dallas Cowboys have a bye week,
Right.
so which is gonna count. So it'll
I got a
help
bunch
his
of,
case.
I got a bunch of Cowboy friends, and they are upset. They like if Elliott didn't do shit to deserve this.
It's injustice.
Yeah.
But I think from there, because I had a good conversation with a buddy of mine who's also a Dallas Cowboys fan, and he feels like Roger Goodell's picking on them.
He's making a point. He picks these like with Tom Brady. You know, he picks these top players to make a point to
Yeah,
say
maybe-
like NFL, quit your shit. Like,
Maybe
don't-
he
don't put in the
Jeff
hammer.
Fishered this situation where he's like, I got to make a stand so I continue and I don't lose my job. You know, did he maybe say I need to do this to prove a point?
Act of desperation.
Yeah. Did he do something where he's? What do you think, Rudy John? I don't know. You know, did he bring down the hammer? Did he think that he did this so that way he says I'm in control. This is my league. Don't act out. I don't know. What are you guys' opinion?
He is. He's on a power trip. Like Gordo said, he's trying to come at these top fucking teams, the most popular players. He's trying to prove a point, and he's using them as an example.
And he went after, like I was mentioning earlier, he went after the 2 big dogs. He went after the New England Patriots, which, by the way, did you guys see that they got their own private plane now?
Oh yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
That's awesome, man. You know,
Well, they're making a shitload of money.
yeah, they're the first NFL team to charter their own private planes. That was really cool, man. Then I hate the Patriots, by the way, but the plane is really cool. The back of the plane has 5 Super Bowl. It's really cool, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys, was it preseason last night? Marshawn Lynch sitting national anthem. I've heard people thinking he wasn't doing it on purpose, but
That was intentional.
wait, Gordo. Where the fuck is Jonathan?
Hey, where'd he go?
It's the Flash.
I think there's a butt dart tournament today. Hi, Gordo. You were saying about social media.
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Stop letting him do it. No.
When he sees this shit, he'll be pissed. That's what happens for leaving. Gordo, get your shit together. What were you saying about the Raiders and social media?
I got the hiccups now.
I was saying that it looks like there's already some backlash for Marshawn Lynch as coming from Raider fans. I follow some Raider pages, stuff like that on social media, Facebook, and I see already people saying like, "Oh, F that guy," or
Wow.
screw him, like he can't stand for the national anthem. We don't want him on his team, stuff like that, and it brings controversy. Obviously, we don't need that, but as a Raider fan, that's what I'm saying. We don't need that. It brings controversy, but I was reading into it. I don't know much about it, and I can't get too much on it. That he's been doing that for 11 years. He's been sitting out on the national anthem for 11 years.
Oh, no
I don't
shit.
know. I don't know I don't know if it's every game. I don't know if he does
But
it.
did he say after the game anything? If it was
He
on
said
purpose?
that. He said that. Let me see if I could look that up.
What did
maybe
he
Ronnie
say?
can
Just
help.
that he's been sitting for all these years?
Yeah,
Right.
he said something
Really?
like he's saying something like, "Don't read too much into it. There's nothing there.
Yeah,
I didn't
I've
do it
always
for a
done this
particular
shit.
reason, and I've been doing it for 11 years." And then Jack Del Rio said something about it's not a distract. Like he said, "I feel strong about standing for the national anthem,
Yeah.
but you feel something strong also. So just as long as it doesn't intervene,
Right.
it's fine. Do your thing, and we'll do ours." Like
Do-
I said, I'm
yeah.
trying to find some. Can you help me out, Ron? Maybe you can help.
I typed in Marshawn Lynch, and the
Right.
first thing that pops up is Marshawn Lynch national anthem.
Yeah, no shit.
It's crazy.
And this whole Kaepernick thing last year, I mean, other players started doing it after him. Marshawn Lynch obviously wasn't in the league, so this is his. To people, this might have been like, all right, he's doing it on purpose because he wasn't here last year to do it.
Yeah.
So I could see why people would get upset.
no, absolutely.
And knowing you as a Raider fan, and you know a lot of Raider fans, Gordo, do you think now they see, because everyone's excited when Marshawn Lynch signed with the Raiders, do you see anything from those fans different opinions about Lynch now?
Absolutely, we were excited for this guy. As a fan base from Oakland, beast mode. Put us to another level. Might put us to another level. And then you get this. Obviously we're football fans, but we're also Americans.
So
And we all feel a certain way.
Yeah.
This is how you pay respect to your country. Sorry, Ron, I'm gonna.
no,
stop
keep going,
you.
man. Keep going.
It
It's good
said,
stuff.
I see the head. I looked it up. It says the headline right here. It says Jack Del Rio and says Marshawn Lynch told me he never stands for the national anthem. So I'm gonna read a little bit more into it. So it says talk to Marshawn Lynch. Wanted to make sure we're on the same page. Del Rio said this is something I've done for 11 years. It's not a form of anything other than me being myself.
So to your point, I'm looking on. You can find this on totalprosports.com. It says that they seem to have dispelled that statement because they dug up a photo and video of Marshawn Lynch standing.
Actually standing.
Yeah, he's
Okay, so,
standing.
like I said, I go back to I don't know this.
Yeah.
He was a Seahawk.
Yeah, they said they couldn't find anything on him sitting during the national anthem throughout his career, despite what he told his coach.
Yeah, me personally, I feel it's disrespect.
He's a character, though.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel it's disrespect. I honestly don't like it. It's controversy. But we don't know the reason why he's doing it. Also, if he's
Does he have any relationship with Colin Kaepernick? Do you know? I know they know each other, but I don't know their.
I seen
you know what
this
I mean?
is just me going back to memory. I seen a interview when he was retired already with Conan O'Brien. He's actually him and Conan O'Brien or Marshawn Lynch are really good friends. That's like the only media he actually does, like willingly.
That's some funny shit too.
Yeah, and it's funny. And they asked him about Colin Kaepernick because that's when it was going on, and he kind of backed up Colin Kaepernick. He said, you know, I think he said something that he would have done something like this, like stand up, like with his hands up or something like that, you know.
No, I get it, and I get why they do these things.
Yeah.
But it's sort of disrespectful. Anyone that was in the military, that actually went overseas and fought for us, for
There's
for the
people-
freedom, for them to do this type of stuff.
There's people in the military that I've seen who have backed up Colin Kaepernick, who say we fought for your freedom to do this also.
Right.
So yes, it disrespects maybe the majority, but there's also those people who fought and are saying, hey, Colin, keep on doing what you're doing. We got your back. Even if it's a small percentage, he's getting people who actually did that and saying, hey, actually on one of the Raider pages, I'm gonna see if I can look it up. I seen a guy who said he was a Marine for so many years. He puts his the Marine, what is it, like
His platoon.
the brand,
Yeah.
that he did, and he says that he never salutes the flag on the national anthem.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the thing that happened, not the thing, but the rally, the Unite the Right rally in Virginia.
In Virginia, a lot of people.
Maybe it could go to that, because 3 people, they lost their life on Saturday.
There was speculation on it being that, and I think he discredited that.
Really?
Marshawn.
So,
I think.
then
I'm trying to read it as I'm going.
Yeah.
Because this happened last night,
But even if he did that, then why?
Saturday night we're getting drunk.
And guys, people don't know this, but we started at 7 in the morning today. So all these beers and shit, we started drinking this
This
early in
is
the morning.
Sunday morning, so that's what I was.
I got 2 over here that.
That's what I was
couple
saying.
more.
Saturday night you're out with your family, or me in my case, getting drunk.
Oh, speaking of last night, did you guys see Tim Tebow get hit in the head?
Crazy, dude. You know what I didn't like about that video, Rudy? When I seen it.
I was probably as dizzy as him though.
No, but the picture. He doesn't, you hit someone in the head, and you're kind of like, oh shit, like my bad. He just kind of mocked. Now, I don't want to mock is a strong
Kind of
word.
just did his
But
ground.
he just
type
kind of
thing.
was like,
Oh well.
yeah, tough luck, buddy.
Yeah, because on Friday when Rich Hill got hit in the neck, did you see that picture? You could tell he was like, oh fuck, like he.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't go and check on him or nothing, but he did say his body language was like, fuck.
Yeah, dude.
If you look at the video, the catcher is standing outside. And he calls a fastball outside, and this ball is high and tight. I expect that in a Sunday league baseball game. You have no control.
Yep.
But these guys are minor league baseball players. Go ahead, Gordon.
Oh no, it goes back. I'm just gonna bring it back. I think I see the picture that Ron is talking about, him standing for the national anthem. It circles him out in the background and he's standing.
Oh, okay.
Is that the same picture? Because it looks like
yeah.
It looks like there's an army vet or something saluting. If this is the best picture they got of him standing in the national anthem, then maybe he's just stretched. Maybe he's been doing it for 11 years, and this is the best picture. It's a far picture, and they have to circle out who Marshawn Lynch is. If these games are televised and there's pictures everywhere, you would think you could see more pictures of him
Hey,
standing.
you know what, Gordo? I don't. When I was telling you guys about that.
I'm sorry I brought this back.
Yeah, no, there wasn't a picture. I'm sorry, I thought there was a picture, but there wasn't. It just said that they couldn't find anything
Okay.
that showed him clearly sitting down. Well, and you can tell in the photo that was taken last night, it was with intention. It was with intent. It wasn't something that, oh shoot, they're
Let me ask you guys a question. Are they doing this for attention the wrong way? Just to get their face on camera? Or do
Not
you really
Marshawn. Marshawn wouldn't do that.
Kaepernick though.
If he did, why doesn't he give us an interview? So many media outlets have reached out to him. Why doesn't he give us an? So maybe not. Maybe that's what we think. Because I kind of would think that. But why isn't he going out and stating his
Right.
I don't know. I guess time will tell. Maybe on the next podcast we'll have some more news.
Ronnie, Andrew Luck doesn't have a backup quarterback. Would you take Kaepernick?
Yes.
Seems like a lot of people don't give a fuck of their team. They'd rather lose than have a decent quarterback like Kaepernick come in and be their backup quarterback.
Yeah, with Kaepernick, maybe he has to go to a small market like Indianapolis, Indiana. Go to Minneapolis and play for the Vikings.
If he went to the Browns, you think
mean?
he'll be getting all this attention?
Yeah, he still would because everything that happened with Johnny Manziel, everything that happened with Josh Gordon, everything that well, Gordo's looking for beer.
I'm all
You can see us live where Gordo's actually searching to see which is empty.
You grab my answer. All right, guys, and we're almost out of time, so I'm going to run down through a few things here.
Let's do it.
All right, so Bryce Harper got injured yesterday last
that
night.
was terrible.
I know you haven't
Ouch.
seen the video, but he's running down the first base line, takes a long steps on the bag, and it looks like he hyperextends his knee.
Yeah.
Slipped on a wet bag because
Slipped on a wet bag.
because it was raining.
There's a lot of criticism for the umpires not stopping the game because it was raining. The bags, obviously, if you guys ever play softball, baseball, whatever, when you're running and you hit those bags, if you don't hit them the right way, you slip.
Yep.
You know, so they're getting criticized for not stopping the game before the rain started coming down.
Yep.
Now, do you guys blame this on the umpires or it's just a freak accident?
I can start. I think it's a freak accident. It's unfortunate, you know. You never want that to happen. Just like when you're playing softball or whatnot. What is it called? The wet bag rule. They're not going to do that. Yeah, they're not going to do that in Major League Baseball. You know, when Bryce Harper, when you see the video, and maybe we can post it on the on our Instagram. You can follow us
sure.
You can follow us on Instagram at In the Clutch Sports and on Twitter at In the Clutch PC. You know, you see that last ditch effort where he stretches that right leg, and then he just happens to slip. Man, it's a freak accident. It's nothing you want to see happen, and it's sad, man, because you know he's gonna be out indefinitely. I know ESPN's trying to like bring it down. Yeah, play it down.
Well,
thank you, but I think he's gonna be out for maybe the season.
It says Harper has bruised knee, no ligament damage. That's big already when there's no ligament damage. The MRI came out with, it says they dodged a bullet after MRI on Bryce Harper's injured left knee received a significant bruise but no ligament
I hope
or
so.
tendon damage.
I hope so.
And we were watching this video with Joey at before he left. And Joey, as a baseball player and you know athlete or something, he knows a little bit about injuries. He was saying how he held the front of his knee. I don't know much about this, but he held the front of his knee as opposed to the back of his knee, and that's like where the ligaments and the tendons would be if he hyperextended it.
John noticed that right away, don't you guys think?
Yeah, so I'm actually rolling with John on this one and saying it might not be as bad as it is. It might be out for a while, but playoffs are still a month, a little bit.
Yes, and speaking of playoffs, guys, it looks like the Angels are making a move here out of nowhere.
Man.
You know, no one's talking about the Angels,
I know.
and they just won 5 straight. They're, I believe, number 1 in wild card. So if the season ended today, they would be a playoff team. I'm looking at their stats. I'm looking at their pitching. They really don't have that ace.
They don't.
Their bullpen is okay. Their lineup is okay. But in the American League, I definitely think they can make it. There's not that many great teams other than the Astros. Maybe you could put the Yankees up there, but it's definitely a year where they could pull it off and go to the playoffs.
Yeah, they've won 5 in a row, but prior to winning the 5 in a row, they had lost 3 in a row. So it's just, you know, just like in baseball, it's a game of streaks. You never know what could happen. You know, they played Oakland, they played Baltimore, and then recently they've won the last 3.
They're playing teams that they should be beating.
Yeah, they should be beating. And they're 2 games over 500 now. They have the best player in baseball, in Mike Trout.
Yes.
You know, you never know. Could Albert Pujols, you know, kind of come through in the playoffs as a DH?
Could Trout come through in the playoffs? He doesn't have playoff numbers.
He doesn't. And you know, I hate to go back to our favorite team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, but you know, Clayton Kershaw gets a bad rap about that. But I don't think it's fair. You know, yeah, he had a few bad innings, but he's not a bad postseason pitcher. But I draw a lot of, because I'm a Dodgers fan and a Colts fan, I get a lot of comparison to Clayton Kershaw to Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
great regular season.
The best,
probably. Regular season quarterback, best regular season pitcher. But then when the game is on the line,
Their number one starter, their ERA, lowest ERA is J.C. Romero with a 4.26.
Is this the Angels?
This is the Angels. That's not good.
Yeah, they're gonna get
So-
stomped out, man.
So I don't want to hear that these guys are the real
They're,
deal, and
yeah.
they're not.
They're the second team in the wild card right now, as of now. If it was to
they're-
end, they are only
They are
half the game
grinders,
up.
though.
They are only
Yeah,
half the
Mike
game up
Socha
on
at the
Minnesota.
helm.
And
Right now,
Mike
if the season would end right now, they would play the Yankees one game for that wild
Right.
card spot.
And as Angels have the Yankees number, so
Yes,
it's not
they've
like
had it for years.
Yeah, they've had it for a couple years. So Angels could definitely. I mean, it's good to see the Angels, striving again a little bit. I don't think we hate the Angels.
No, we don't have Angel players.
But then they would have Houston if they do get
Yeah, Houston.
because Houston is the
Houston's
best
a
record
fucking team.
in the American League.
All right, guys. Well, did you guys hear about this? Kevin Durant went to India.
Oh man, yep.
Yeah, he went to India and he just went on a little rant, saying
Sure did.
how India is 20 years behind. He was going through the streets. He saw muddy puddles, houses without roofs. Just talking smack about India, saying how it reminds him of some neighborhoods in Washington D.C.
Wow.
He's gone back and apologized.
Of course.
But he looks really bad. I mean, you see these people from India come here to the United States with nothing, and all of a sudden, a few years later, they have their own business. These guys are some of the smartest people there is on the planet.
Yeah.
So by him saying this stuff, it's sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good.
It
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't. Yeah, he looked. I was reading what he said, and he basically says the good old general, hey, I'm sorry for my comments. I'm grateful for the time I got to spend in India. He also mentions I spoke about the differences between my imagination and the reality there in India, how the game is compared to the rest of the world. And this is, and then he follows it by ending his
rant.
His rant as, no offense from this side, I'm coming back out of there. I'm coming back out there for more camps and cool shit. Sorry.
Yeah, he's fixing it up.
Yeah,
Can you get the quote, Rudy? I'm trying to look up his initial quote.
I'm still on the Angels here. I'm
yeah.
still looking at their.
But I was looking at the one Ronnie is quoting right now, and he said how it said, sorry that my comments about India were taken out of context.
That's not
After-
out of
It's not out of context.
After
so-
you reading what you earlier read,
Right.
his quote, that's not out of context. He
No.
said what he said, and
that's the way he
and
felt.
you don't
what
compare
he's seen.
some. You don't say something. You guys are 20 years behind, and say, "Oh, that's out of context." How is that out of
Yeah,
context?
you don't say, oh, my bad.
Yeah, and then it was something about how people think India is beautiful. He's pretty much said India wasn't what he thought it was.
Yeah, he's quoted as saying there's mud in the middle of the street. Houses were not finished, but there were people living in them. No doors, no windows, stray dogs. And then boom, Taj Mahal, one of the 7 wonders of the world.
Yeah, see, so
That's not
not
out of context.
That's not out of context. That's a dick move.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're with the Golden State Warriors, and now you want to.
And it
know
sort of
what I mean?
seems like Jonathan disagrees with me, but
Should have worded that better.
I think he's getting a little too cocky.
Yeah.
A little-
I think
just
that's
a
the
little
word
too
you're
much.
looking for earlier.
A little too cocky.
Yeah.
Now, all right, we reached the end of the show, and this week we have. Every week we do In the Clutch Player of the Week.
That's right.
This week is going to be Giancarlo Stanton.
Beast.
So this week he's batting .346, 5 home runs, 10 RBIs. He's just on a fucking tear.
Guy has 41 home runs total on the season.
Speaking of the Marlins, Derek Jeter is not led by Derek Jeter, but there's a group that just bought the Marlins. Derek Jeter, he's gonna be like a Magic Johnson, pretty much.
The face of that group.
Right.
Yeah, well said, Rudy. Yeah, I agree with you.
So if you see that, he's not the majority owner. He can't afford it.
No, I think he put like 20 million into it, something like that.
So Ron, if you can, hit us up with our Twitter and Instagram.
Yes, sir. So you can follow us on Instagram at In the Clutch Sports, and you can follow us on Twitter at In the Clutch PC. And we appreciate all our family, friends, listeners. We promise to bring you guys good content. And Gordo, you wanna?
No,
Hand
same
you
thing.
the baton.
Same thing. Just thanks to everybody who has been listening, who puts the time out to share our stuff, like our stuff, with comments on it. You could just share it, but they actually put comments, listen to this, podcast, things like that. And last week we did an Instagram live. It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
People. It was mainly people we knew, but it was fun that they actually took time out of the day to ask us questions and stuff like that. So I mean, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys. With that, thanks again. Share, listen, and keep us in your prayers, right, Ronnie?
Keep us in your prayers. Today's Sunday.
All right,
Keep us
guys.
in your prayers.
We're out.
All right. Thank you.